Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm glad you're here. Hi. Oh, string on your side of your pen. String. Hello. Let's do it all over again.
Só tem eu.
Tem você?
Peraí que eu vou chamar a galera, que já tinha umas entrando no português.
I'm going to start talking because usually this is what happens when I upload the YouTube video and there's nothing going on for the first 5 minutes and I have to cut it off, and it's so annoying. It's such a pain in the butt having to do that. So I'll just start talking. So hi guys, hope everybody's here. Hi Jessica, I'm so glad she's here. Yay, she made it. Woohoo. Hi Debbie. All right, everybody's showing up. This is awesome. Hi ladies.
How are you? How are you? Glad to see you guys again.
Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm so glad everybody's here. I know. Hi, baby. How are you? I see you back there. All right. We just finished a good Portuguese class, and there was a lot of input, so I want you guys talking, okay? I want to see you guys sharing too. Is that good?
Sounds good.
All right. We're going to start because usually when I upload the videos on YouTube, there's like 10 minutes of nothing in the beginning, until everybody shows up. And so then I have to cut it, and then I have to, whatever the name of it is, I'm not a video person, but you have to just redo the whole thing, and it takes too much. So I'm going to just start talking because then I don't have to do that today. So that'll be good. But if you saw it on the Boss Babe page already, I put in there for you guys the list of topics that we're going to touch today. We're going to try to touch as many as possible. And I also put in a link for Michelle Cunningham's on the what are the tools that she uses. Jessica, I'm going to
Mute.
I'm trying to put it on mute, but I can't find it. I normally always do that.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it here.
If someone can mute me, that would be great.
I got you, girl. Okay, so Michelle Cunningham's link, where she has a lot of tools in there. If you don't know Michelle Cunningham, she's a very big director. She's a pink Cadillac director. She's a lot of people. Let me see if I can do that again. Yeah, I got it. You got it already. You did a good job. And so she has all the handouts there. She has the handouts for beauty, the boxes. What do you call it? Those name boxes. Oh my gosh, facial boxes. She has the survey pages. She's got all kinds of stuff. So I'm not going to share that with you because Michelle already has. Okay. If you need anything else, then you can either Google it and ask her director. And we have so many of these tools that sometimes it's overwhelming, and sometimes that's exactly what happens. We are overwhelmed with information that we end up doing nothing. A confused mind does nothing, and sometimes that's what happens. Is we have so many ideas that we don't even know which one we want to start with, so then we don't. We just look at the list. The list is so pretty. We just keep looking at the list. We never do anything about it. Okay, but how many of you have read? How many of you have, like you say, I want to study about this subject. So let's talk about like relationships, right? So we say, let's talk about relationships, and then you go get a book about relationships. And then the first, there's 15 chapters of the book, and the first 10 chapters are all about how bad relationships are. And you're like, man, I already know how bad they are. That's why I bought the book. Just tell me how to fix it, right? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just want the solution. Right? You don't want to be talking about the issue. The issue I already know. That's why I bought the book. Or that's why I'm in this class, because I already know that I need help with this specific subject. So I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that 10-chapter book that only talks about the issues of not having clients. But there's some things that we want to go over as we start talking about renewing our mind. So in every topic that we decide to cover, especially in Boss Babe. Hi, Mona. Hi, Lee. I see you guys now. Everybody's here. So excited to see you guys here. Thank you for joining. Hi, Paola. So glad you guys are here. So the reason why I want to remind us that when we take time to take these Boss Babe classes, we are renewing our mind in specific areas of our career. Everything that we learn in Mary Kay, I hope so. I hope I'm not the only one. I was not born knowing these skills. I had to learn them and I had to perfect them. So I did not know how to book a person. I did not know how to close a party. I did not know how to get new names. I did not know how to talk about product. I did not know how to put my face together. These things are skills. And today's topic is about getting new names, how to find leads. And I think that most of us discard that or think, you know, I get it. If I get 2 or 3 names, I'm good. Let me go ahead and be good at booking, be good at closing, and then I don't need new leads all the time. Well, that's a mistake because every part of our business is important to develop to have a full circle business, okay? So part of this is the learning curve. All of us have to learn how to do it. And then after you have the information in your head, you have to actually do the work. You have to do the activity in order for you to get good at what you're doing, okay? It does not mean that you have to master it in order to be a good consultant or become a director or any of that. You don't have to master those specific skills in order for you to be good, but you need to know them, okay, for yourself and to teach other people how to do that, especially if you're looking at leadership. So that just because I sent you that list of things that to get names, of ways to get names, does not mean that I mastered all of them, but I mastered the ones that I prefer. And I got good at it. And because I got good at it, I can develop a good, strong business. And I encourage you to do the same. Just like when we go to career conference, we go to seminar, we go to listen to these nationals, they tell us all kinds of stuff. And sometimes we're filled with information. We need to pick 1 or 2 and stay with those. And once we stay with those, then we can manage those really well. Get strong in those types of activities to be better at what we do, okay? In all areas of our career. Okay, so there's a saying that says, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. And I use that to remind us that all of us want to have a great business, all of us want to have success, but not many of us are wanting to do the work that it requires to have a good business, to have success in your business. So everybody wants the cake, but nobody wants the extra fat that comes with the cake. Okay, so we just want to remember that if you are working towards growing your business, there's going to be a learning curve, and a learning curve is a good thing because it's going to develop you as a person and it's going to develop your business. Okay, booking is a skill and there is a learning curve, right? So we go through that learning curve, and there's a place of mastery. So there's a place in your business where you become a master at that specific skill, but there's a space in between. So if you are in that space in between, that is where you're going to grow emotionally, and then you're going to grow in your business. So pay attention to that growth and don't discard that growth, because eventually you're going to come to a place where you're going to come to the mastery, and then you can share your experience with somebody else. That's what most directors do. They have gone through the consultant, they've gone through the red jacket, they've gone through the car qualifier, they've gone through DIQ, and now they can share their experience. That was a learning curve for them. There was a mastery of a skill, and now they can pass it on. So pay attention to your learning curve. Pay attention to your road to mastery, because that can be passed on to somebody else. And your journey can be very inspiring to somebody else. Okay, so stick with it. Study and sharpen the skills that you develop here, because nobody was born with it. And if you want different results, you have to do different things. So how many of you can raise your hands and say, I am happy with the amount of clients that I have on my client list? I'm done. I don't need any more clients. Thank you very much. Anybody?
No, I need more.
I need more.
Okay, everybody wants more? You want more?
Yeah.
And so then let me ask you the next question. How many of you are very confident with how you get new clients? How many of you say, I have a good way to get clients, I'm confident, I'm good with that. I really don't need to be learning new ways.
No, I need to be learning yet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Same here. I think it's just like everything in life. We always need, especially in our business. So always looking for new ways to grow.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
I
So
have.
yes, yes.
Do you want me to share again?
That's right. I do. I do want, I love what Fernanda shared last class, and I do want her to share because she is very happy with how she gets her clients. So this is the time for you guys to start taking notes, okay? So how does Fernanda, as a sales director, get names? Go, girlfriend.
So the way that I get names, 3 ways. We have in the Ottawa like a bridal show twice a year, and we have a women's show twice a year as well. So those kind of shows that we actually pay for the table, we rent the space to have a Mary Kay space in there, and I get between each time for 1 hour of work, okay? Between 40 to 80 names in 1 hour of work. So those shows gives me loads of names that I can work through the year. I don't have to go anywhere else because through those names, I will also get referrals. So referrals is just like a ball that it's growing and never stop. So if you know how to work your names, you will never run out of names. So those 3 things that I do like through the year is what it keeps my business going. Because of course my friends already done, my friends and family as well, they don't buy all the time and every week. So I need to find new customers. So this way it's that I use and I love to do it.
So did you guys hear that? So what Fernanda does is she invests on a table at a show, and then she stands there, and then people come to her because they see the name Mary Kay, or she approaches people at the show where she can say, you know, are you looking, your bride, do you have your makeup person ready to go? And so that way she engages the person, and then she can get the contact name, and she can schedule the appointment and then go from there. How many of you know that one bride knows another bride? And if there's one girl getting married, she has another friend getting married soon, or or she has people in her family that are going to be in the wedding. So there's many referrals that are attached to that. So then,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Usually like one appointment will pay for the table. So it's very worth it. And usually at the event, I tell them, your name is going for a draw of whatever we're doing the draw, but also immediately you're giving me your name, you already got a free facial. So they know when I contact, if it's not for the draw, it's already for the free facial. So I am not lying to anyone or pretend, what you got, the draw, like a free facial. No, they already know that they're going to be called on the 2 days after the event for the free facial. So they already know, and they're very excited to get that.
Right. So that's a market. It's perfect because she's going to invest in the time and on the table financially and the time, but she's going to a market that is looking for what she has to offer. Mm-hmm. So it's a smart investment that Fernanda's making. She's making an investment on the table and on the time that she's investing there. But the people that are coming to the table are looking for what she has to offer. So that's an awesome way to invest in her time because she's going to get a return, an immediate return, and a profitable return for her. And what I love that she's saying is everybody that signs up, they're a yes because they signed up to receive a facial. Like you're signing up on the table to receive a facial. So when she calls, they're going to say, sorry, who is this? Why are you calling me? They're going to answer and they say, okay, let's book it. So everything she gets on the table is a yes. It's a facial. It's just a matter of scheduling them. Okay? So that's a great way to grow your client base. Now,
and just one more thing, Anna. And one thing, I was working with new consultants yesterday at the event here in Ottawa, and when they get no's, they usually feel frustrated, right? So I said, when we offer, like, would you like to put your name in a draw? for free facial plus free products with Mary Kay. And usually when people say, no, thank you, I was like, oh, yes, I forgot you don't like free stuff. And they're like, what? Free? I was like, yes, it's free. You don't have to pay anything. Okay, so I want it. You know what I mean? So the immediate response is always going to be no. They don't even know what you're saying. So when I was like, okay, you don't like free, you like to pay for stuff, right? And then they realize they're saying no for something good and free. So they're like, came back to me.
No, wait, I do.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's an awesome way to get in front of people. And again, they're coming to your table because they're brides, they need their makeup done, and that's one way to do it. If you don't have a bridal show in your area, or if you don't have a woman's show in your area, both in the spring, especially in the United States, I'm not sure everywhere in the world, but in springtime and also fall time. So in the fall, communities have community fairs. So they'll have in your gym, in your rec center, in small churches, in private schools. They'll have, usually in the fall, private schools have their galas or their fundraisers. You can donate baskets. You can be present there for their fair. They usually have vendor fairs. So I know right now is beginning of summer, but you may want to start Googling on your area, specific zip code, vendor fairs, and go to your Facebook group, your neighborhood Facebook group, and look for local fairs. Debbie just did one yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you go on Facebook, you can usually find Facebook groups that cater to the vendors. I did one last night, and then I have one coming up the first weekend in May, a big blueberry festival. They said they get like 5,000 people. So, and then I have another one, 4th of July, but that's where I found them all, just on this Facebook page. So yeah, and most of them, I think I paid $20 or $25 for my table last night. So, and I already sold something from it. So it's, it's definitely a good way, easy way to meet people, I think.
I agree. Yeah. So to have tables at fairs, to have tables at events. So Debbie, what did you search on your area, on your Facebook?
I did vendors in Florida, vendors in Orlando, and the Facebook page I'm in, it's called Vendors Want It in Florida. That's the Facebook page name. So it does. I'm starting to learn the area some, because as far as Miami and Tampa, Orlando, it's all of Florida, but there's a lot in the Orlando area. So
Okay.
So just kind of Google different things like that. Your area, whatever your area is, vendor events.
Yeah, so did you guys get that? So vendors in your area, or community fairs or community market, something like that. And then you'll be able to then find other people like you that have other businesses, and they all participate together. And I'm going to say this, 2 times I lived in small towns where there was no such thing available then. Facebook was not available. What did I do? I went into the restaurants in the area, and they have those bulletin boards that people put their cards there. And I took all those people's names, people that had businesses, and I called them and I said, do you want to get together and do a fair? And then I went to the restaurant owner and I said, what is your slowest night here? Can we all use the party room in the back, and we all put tables in there so we can pamper your clients? And that's what we did. We used the party room in a small restaurant in Waco, Texas. This is the beginning. Like, there was nobody there. But there was a purse lady, there was a wig lady, there was a scarf lady, there was a manicurist, myself, there was a barber. I mean, there was all kinds of people that we just had little tables. Like, it was a massage guy. We had all these tables, and we kind of just sold to each other. But if anybody came through, we made new clients that way. So even if you don't have anything like that in your area, you can create one by meeting other people.
And last night, just one other thing with the vendor fairs, last night I actually booked the vendors on either side of me. So, so don't be just only focused on the people coming. You can talk to the vendors, because sometimes there'll be lulls in the people coming. So get to know the vendors around you. You're there for a few hours, and by the end of the night, you get their phone numbers and, booking. So
That is awesome. That's a very, very good idea. The other thing that I always do when the shows are manageable, when they're small and when they're not so big, I always bring a special gift, and it's usually the satin lips, because I don't know if it's a guy or a girl until I get there, to the organizer of the event. Why? Because I want to be the only Mary Kay lady there. And I want to be the one that they contact first. So when I do an event like that on a market, I always go shake the hand of the person that organized it. And I said, I want to be your exclusive Mary Kay lady. So I really appreciate you letting me come, and I hope that you had success. Count on me to help you with any ways next year or next semester or whenever you're doing it again. But write a thank you note, say thank you for inviting me. I really had a great time, even if it was a bust, because you want to be the Mary Kay lady that they contact every year. You want to be the first one on that list for makeup, okay? Eventually, as you build that relationship, you want to request exclusivity, which means no other makeup or skincare. But you don't want to come out, say, here's a gift, now don't put anybody else makeup here, okay? So you want to build that relationship, okay? So that's about the fairs, okay? Let's say we talked about other ways to get clients, and of course we talked about fair because Debbie did one last night, and so did Fernanda. Is there anybody else that went? Did you look? If you go to the Boss Babe group right now, I posted a list there of things, and I have to confess to you, I wanted to just make sure that I had a list of how to get names. And I was just laying in bed yesterday, and I thought, if I can't get to my computer tomorrow, you know, you never know what internet looks like over here in India when you wake up in the morning. It's like, okay, good, I have internet today. But I just wanted to have a list typed up on my telephone of ideas of how to get names. And so these are just some of the ideas that I've used throughout the year. And I posted it on the Boss Babe group. I'm just going to tell them to you, and I want you to ask me to explain one or two or whatever. And if nobody participates in that one, then I'll go on and tell you what I normally do for names, okay? Warm chatter is, you know, I usually say warm chatter is number one because Gloria Mayfield Banks says so. So if she says so, I think it's a pretty good thing to mention that. So warm chatter is important. Using your e-business card is a very important tool to have around as you meet people on the street or when you're shopping. Using your business card with a sampler is a great way to meet people. Ask them to try out the sampler and let them know that you'll call them within 24 hours to ask for their opinion. Ask people to be on your model portfolio, your face model portfolio, where you have in the month of April, I build a 30 face portfolio. I'd love for you to put your blue eyes in there for me. You have a product survey of a new product launch, or you know, I'm trying to see how many brunettes can try this shade, or I'm trying to see how many, I don't know, you do your thing, okay? Product survey. Referrals are my main way to get names. I work hard with referrals. That's my way to do business. And I use the back of the profile and samplers on the table. That is my best way to do it. And if I ever come to a place where I'm at a party and I don't get at least 5 names per person, I will then, after that party, I will follow up with them. And at that point, they will, because I'll teach you how I finish my parties. Every party that I finish, that I have referrals that way. And the way I do it is through images, but I'll show you in a little bit. Facial boxes or facial signs are very easy to get new names. You just have to get good at it, okay? You have to know what works for you in your area. A facial box or a facial sign is where you put something in a place of business and people drop their name in there for a facial. I have been working with facial signs since I'm out of the country. I can't be checking on my boxes, and it's worked out great for me because I receive a text message that says charcoal mask, tanning salon. That's all they have to put in there, and I know where they got the facial sign from, and then when I can schedule them. So that's easy to do. The Kissology game is an awesome way to attract people to you. You can play that game via text message, or you can play that game live with people, but it's a way to engage people to sit down with you, kiss, use one of the lipsticks, kiss a page, and then they can look at that kiss and compare to the Kissology page and then have a conversation with you. That's a fun way to engage women. How many boxes of the how many boxes game? You would fill a container, a clear container with boxes of Mary Kay products or even shadows and lipsticks and things like that, and then put a sign and say, guess how many are here for a prize, and then have people fill out a survey card that says their name, their address, or their name, their phone number, if they have a consultant, and guess how many, and if they want a facial. So that's super easy to do. You can do that on a picture. You can take a picture of that and text it to everybody you know and tell them to send it to everybody they know. That's the way to get new names, okay? And you don't have to be present. You don't have to have an actual place that you do that. You can text it to people and get new names that way. You can create a beauty tips Facebook group or a WhatsApp group or an Instagram page, beauty tips, where every other day you post a video from Mary Kay and you tell people, the more people you put in there, the more we're going to be engaging. So invite your clients, the people that you can start putting people there that you think are going to enjoy that, and you tell them you're welcome to leave or you're welcome to add people to this. So that's one way, because then they're going to bring people in there for you, and you don't really need to leave your home for that, okay? Meetup is an awesome way to meet new people. It is non-Mary Kay initially, but you're making friendships. So like I shared at the class before, there's a meetup group for everything, for a wine group, book group, people that love dogs, people that live in Florida, people that have children, people that don't have children, people that have white hair, whatever. There's meetup groups for everything. So just find things that you enjoy doing for real, because you want to be genuine in these groups, and join a whatever group. And in there you make friendships. And of course you have to introduce yourself at some point. And you say, my name is Anna, I'm a sales director with Mary Kay, and I'd love to be able to read next month's group with you or book with you guys. And then as soon as you say the word Mary Kay, you're going to engage people there, okay? Same thing with church groups. If you are not engaging the women's group in your church, you're missing out on an awesome, loyal group of women. They're loyal and they want to see your success. So talk to your pastor's wife and invite tell her an opportunity for you to go to the next women's tea or whatever it is, and say, I'd love to offer a product for a drawing for the beginning of the event, or I'd love to pamper everybody to the satin hand stab before we start, something on those things. Because if there's going to be 30 to 40 women over there, they're going to want to know that you are a Mary Kay lady. There's always, if you belong to a church, there's always a fall event for women where they're going to do a retreat or something. And so you want to engage, you want to participate in these things, because you make friendships, and that's where you can get new clients that way. If you live in an apartment complex, or if you have a homeowners association where they communicate via email or newsletter, you want to offer your services, okay? So resident appreciation day, or resident coffee, whatever. Figure out how they communicate with the residents of your community and market that community. Talk to the person in charge of that. If you have a newsletter, see if you can put a blurb in there about, a special sale for residents of this community only, special offer. If you live, I don't live in an apartment, but we used to hold meetings in an apartment complex. And I went to the manager and I said, can I be here the day that they come to pay their rent? And so on the 30th of every month, I would go and stay there with a basket of chocolate and samples and say, hey, thanks for being a resident. Here's a sample. Have you ever heard of Mary Kay? Want to go over there in the kitchen and get your satin hand done? Okay, whatever, man. So then I got to meet everybody, okay? So it's super simple. And then, of course, I offer them a sample, a coupon on their newsletter. She let me put a blurb in there on the newsletter. And we held our meetings there on Tuesday night, so I would always say, can you send out a reminder? So we would always get new people coming to our meetings, facials, and they were always my clients, because I didn't have to do anything. I just had to show up, and people that were living there would come down to get a facial because it was in their apartment complex clubhouse, okay? So here are some ideas that I'm just throwing out at you. Office of the week, we discussed a lot about that at the Portuguese call, but Office of the Week is one of the main ways that I got new names every time I moved to a new place, because there's always an office wherever you live. And generally, if you don't know anybody, that's the easiest way to get bunches of names in one time. And you don't need to do, there's no investment needed except for the samples that you're purchasing, okay? So Office of the Week has been very fruitful for me. And I'll go over that information with you guys in a little bit, but I just want to go through all these ideas first that I typed in there for you. Secretary's Day is coming up, is the 29th, and I do want to focus on that. Oh, I forgot to do, maybe she needs me, Fernanda. I got to post that in there. I'm going to write it down right now so I don't forget. Okay.
That's true.
I forgot. I totally forgot. It just came to my head right now. Okay. Secretary's Day is coming up on the 29th of this month. So April 29th is Secretary's Day. They have a fancy name now. It's an administrative assistant's name, but it's Secretary's Day, okay, for everybody. And Nurses and Teachers Week is the 6th through the 12th of May. Mary Kay's 100th birthday is May the 12th. Or you can do something in your gym. You can do a drawing in your gym. You can do, client appreciation in your gym, whatever. You can visit elderly care facilities. You can visit daycare facilities. All of those are name sources, okay? And they're free name sources. You don't have to pay to get them. The fairs, I so suggest because they're good name sources. People that usually stop at your table at a fair, they want your business. Otherwise, they keep walking. Okay, they don't want what you have, they just keep walking. So then if they stop and they drop a name, it's because they want what you have to offer. So they're not cold calls, they're warm calls. They're hot calls, actually. They're hot. Okay, let's talk a little bit. I want to talk about Secretary's Day, and then I want to talk about referrals. Anybody wants to share, before I go on to sharing those, anybody wants to share anything that they've done in the past that has really worked for them? Name in name getting. Everybody's muted. Okay, so those are the two things that I'm going to talk right now is Secretary's Day, and I'm going to talk about, did I say I was going to talk to you guys about Office of the Week? How about if you guys both?
You did. You said you were going to mention Office of the Week. Wait, how'd you do that?
All right. So let's do the Office of the Week because Secretary's Day is coming up, and they go kind of hand in hand. Okay, and then we'll move on to referrals. And if you guys want me to touch in more detail on any of these, please let me know. And then the other thing is, I want to say to you, pick a couple to work and just master those. And when you get good at those, then stick with it. You don't have to get anything else. Like Fernanda was just saying, she does these fairs 4 times a year. She doesn't have to do anything else. Like, she knows there's all the other things, but she does the fairs, and that's enough for her. She's got more names to handle, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I give names away because I know I'm not going to be able to get to them. And even if I did not get a response immediately, I still keep their names, and I do, like, after 1 year, I can still say, hey, I forgot about you, and but I still want to get together. And then they reply, okay, fine. And then we do the facial. So no matter how old your names are, they're never a waste.
That's right.
You always can use.
So that's what I love about that. Fernanda just found out what works for her personality, and she just mastered that, and she really doesn't need to go out and get anything else done. I mean, that's her lead generating source, and she's happy with that. And so that's what I wish for you guys, is that you find what is your lead generating source and stick with that. Do it well, master that, and then you can be in Fernanda's situation where you don't have to go out. You can be giving away names because you have too many to work with, okay? So that could
one idea that I also did here for the new girls, I went to the college here in Ottawa, and you probably have college, university, and then I talked to the student association of the place, and then I rent a table there for the whole day at the cafeteria, and then I got like thousands thousands of names. It's been 2 years and I still haven't chance to send a message to everybody.
Yeah, I believe that. We've done health fairs at universities too. They're good because the young kids, but the best, I have gotten team members from the professors. I think that for health fairs at universities, the better clients over there are the professors. I really do.
Yeah, and also the people that work there, because I had customers like that I have them forever. And if you get students, sometimes they don't have the money to invest in products, but they have their mom, their sister, their friends, so they're never a waste. So if you're a young consultant and you like to deal with young generation just like you can do that as well, you know.
And they're very, very good new team members because they don't want to. They're looking at their graduation date and they're saying, I'm not going to get a job. And they're like, okay, let me go ahead and do this because instead of waiting tables, I'm going to do this and look for a job. So yeah, they're very good. We have a consultant in our unit named Rachel, and she really mastered the health fairs in colleges, and she did a very good job. She became a team leader in no time because that's what she did. She just focused on the younger kids, and you know, they are eager to learn and do and work. So good job. Thank you, Fernanda. Okay, Secretary's Day is April the 29th. If you have not yet done so, I'm going to give you some ideas. If you are to just get in your car today, tomorrow, and drive with it, do a 2-mile radius from your house and drive around and just kind of take a video or just kind of do a Google Maps and all of the offices that are within a 2-mile radius of where you live and see how many offices are there. And then do a common sense study and see out of those offices, how many of them have secretaries? How many of the offices in your area have secretaries? If it's only, you know, if you live in a farm, then do 5 mile, okay? Just kind of think along with me. If you live in the middle of nowhere, do 5 miles. If you live in the middle of nowhere, really, then do 10 miles. But do an area where it's a commercial area in where you live, and think of all of the offices that are in your area, and then think of those offices who has secretaries. Pretty much everybody, right? Okay, so from now until the 29th of this month, actually to the 30th, I think our main job would be to contact, if you have no names to contact, if you have nobody to contact, this would be a great lead generating exercise for you. Contact these places and find out from them. If the secretary is usually going to be the one answering the telephone, and you say, hi, my name is Anna Farrell. I'm the consultant in your area, and I have been assigned to call your office and find out from your office manager who is in charge of pampering the administrative assistant for Administrative Assistance Day. Who's in charge of pampering the administrative assistant to celebrate Administrative Assistance Day? That's it. She will, if she's a secretary, she's going to immediately transfer you to her boss. That's going to be the, okay, bye-bye, see you later. Here's my boss. Because she wants a gift, right? And she knows her boss not even remembering, because it's her job to tell him the Secretary's Day is coming up. Okay? The boss is brainless. He's working on his business. He's not thinking Secretary's Day is coming up. So she's not going to tell him, hey, Secretary's Day is coming up. What are you going to buy me? So she's going to transfer the phone call to him immediately, or her. Okay? And at that point, you can say, my name is Anna. I am the consultant in the area. I've been assigned to your office, which you have been assigned, right? You looked up the number, and now you're assigned yourself to that office. And you say, I don't know if you have already prepared for Administrative Assistance Day, but I'd like to stop by, or I'd like to email you some information about some packages that are available. What is your budget? What is your budget? And you say, I have packages starting at $50. I start at $50. You can start at whatever you want. If the place is fancy, you can start at $75. You can start at $100, because they have the money to spend, and they have a petty cash drawer there that they can take money out of. Okay? And you can say, I start at $50, and I can drop some ideas. I can come by and show you some ideas. And all of our products, or all of our packages, are 100% guaranteed. and they include a 1-hour pampering session. Now, even if he goes to Bed Bath & Beyond, or she goes to a Bed Bath & Beyond and buys a package for her secretary, it's not going to come with a 1-hour pampering session. Okay? So that's all you have to say. And some people are going to hang up on you. Some people are going to say, yeah, stop by tomorrow. Or, yeah, email me that information. I'll get back to you. Okay? And then before you hang up with the person, just make sure you get the follow-up time, because they're going to forget about it. It's not their priority. It's not their priority. So say, okay, I'll email it to you right now, or I'll email it to you before business day, and I'll follow up with you within 24 hours. That's as simple as that. Okay? Just be there. If you're dealing with a man, last words is best. They don't care what's in the package. They don't care how it smells. They don't care the shade, the color. They just want to know that you're going to deliver before and they can pay you. That's all. And if they can pay you online, it's even better. They'll even dictate the card for you. Like, here's my card number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't care. All right. So a tip that Edward Jones' main office is there's a main office in St. Louis. So Edward Jones offices are like McDonald's. They're in every corner. So if you have a place that has many offices like that in your area, Google that first. I have found that, so Lee, you live in St. Louis. Edward Jones offices. It's usually the investor and the secretary. They're super easy to deal with, because the secretary will transfer you to her boss because she wants a gift, okay? And he will do something for her because she's the only person that makes his business happen. So look up Edward Jones in Baldwin or Wildwood or Manchester and go make all those phone calls, make 30, 40 phone calls. You're going to make a lot of new sales. Plus, that woman is going to become your client who can book a party later and who can transfer you to new names, okay? And that professional, the guy or the girl that bought the present for the secretary, will also be your new client for mom's birthday, fiance's birthday, wedding of friends, his own personal skincare, because he doesn't know that these services are available and he could care less to take care of it himself. That's why he's got a secretary. Okay? So Secretary's Day is the 29th of this month. We have then, I can't do math anymore. It's like 14 days from now. You got 2 weeks. Yeah, you got 2 weeks to work on that. Okay? So 2 weeks is a long time. If you make a list tomorrow and you start calling offices, you're going to do a great job in making new names. And that's an easy one. Okay, so if you think like a retailer, when you walk into stores right now, don't you see, like, when it's Christmas time, don't you see Valentine's stuff there? When it's Valentine's, don't you see Easter stuff there? When it's Easter, don't you see summer stuff there? Because they use themes. Retailers use themes to make sales, and you are using a theme to make a sale. It's a Secretary's Day. So use that theme to make sales, okay? So that's one way. Anybody has any questions about Secretary's Day? And you can also use the same thing for Office of the Week. The same strategy for Office of the Week. That's what I use when I move into new places. I would either call ahead of time, like you're gonna do for Secretary's Day, or I would just show up and dress myself cute, put my Mary Kay on, get a basket that had chocolate and some Mary Kay samples, profile cards and pens, and something to draw. So maybe a hand cream, or maybe, I like hand cream because it's for guys and girls. Okay, so I would package maybe 4 or 5 hand creams, very pretty, and I would go down the street and say, and park at an office and go, you've been designated as the Office of the Week. Congratulations. Can I speak to your office manager? And they're on Michelle Cunningham's. Actually, I think on Anna Farrell website also there's one. There's a certificate that you can print and put in a dollar frame and put a bow on it and say, congratulations, you've been voted as the Office of the Week. And you go inside and you say, I'd love to be able to give little gifts to everybody. And I actually have a prize to give away for a drawing if you want to do that. So then you pamper everybody, take them to the bathroom, do the satin hands, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. So if you call ahead of time, you can schedule time and say, hey, you've been voted as the Office of the Week. What is the best day for me to come and get the majority of the staff at the same time? So sometimes they have different shifts, one that comes in and the other. You want to see when you can see everybody there at the same time. So ask that question. And then you say, all right, I'm going to come in. I'm going to pamper everybody in the bathroom just with the set hands and give away gifts. How many guys, how many girls are on your staff? So I have enough gifts for everybody. And I have one big gift for a drawing. That'd be great. Congratulations again. And then you schedule a time and you go. When you go in there, everybody, congratulations. Let's take a group picture. And then you post it on your Facebook, tag the location so they can get pub, right? Because if they're a service that they provide, you do free advertisement for them, right? Congratulations. I don't know. Delhi Dental, whatever, you've been voted the office of the week, and put their picture, the group picture over there, you with them, their set hands, whatever, everybody holds their little gift, and that creates engagement for you and for them. Okay, tag as many people as you can, because now you get your name down. Have them fill out the profile for the drawing, so then you have their names. Okay, so when you're done with that pampering for the office, you want to talk to the manager. You want to go back to talk to the manager, and you're going to ask the manager, do you have a system for employee of the month? Do you have an appreciation for employee of the month in place already at your place of business? Because if you don't, I'd like to help you establish that. Do you have a voting kind of thing? Do you vote for somebody? How do you do employee of the month? Do you have a budget for that? What do you do on a monthly basis? And then you want to establish a monthly visit in that office where you come once a month. You bring a gift. If he's going to pay for that, awesome. If he's not going to pay for that, make it something small to give away to the person that's voted the office of the month person, whatever, the employee of the month. And then every month on the second Tuesday of the month, you're going to come over and you're going to pamper everybody, and you're going to give the gift, and you're going to take a group picture, and you're going to take a picture with the person that's the employee of the month, so then you can post again. Okay, so when you're doing that, you're now training the people that work in the office that every second Tuesday of the month, you're going to show up. So then you can start sending messages. Hey, blast to everybody. Anna Farrell's going to be here to do the employee of the month. So, if you need anything, let her know. And now you're getting people trained that once a month, they can get refills from you from Mary Kay. Okay, employee of the month is an awesome way to get new clients. Okay, those people are going to end up booking parties with you. You're going to get to meet their family members, their neighbors, and that can go on forever and ever. Amen. All right. So as long as you are willing to do the initial work of meeting those people are going to be forever your clients. And then we talked about referrals. So if you're not using a referral system at your appointment, so let's say that I book office of the week. Okay, I go to the office of the week. I facial these, or I do the hand cream on these people. They gave me their names, and then I booked a few of them. At those parties, I want the names of the people they know, because otherwise I'm gonna have to keep doing the office of the week forever and ever. Amen. Okay, I have to get new names. When you're learning how to get referrals from your parties, you can be in front of a situation of not having to go out and needing it. You can be giving away names. Okay, referrals are so important. So every time you sit down for a class, you want to get the names of the people that are in front of you. So the easiest, most reproducible way to do that is to get your profile card at your parties, have them flip that over, and write the names of the people they know here with their phone numbers. That's just as simple as that. Put some samples on the table and say, for each 5 names, you get a sample. If you put 10 names, you get 2 samples. However you want to do it, figure out what works for you. You don't have to copy me. Just do something to get people's names. And this is what I have learned. This is what I have found that works the best for me. At the end of the party, we take a before and after of the client that's in there. And then I send that before and after to the referral and say, I just finished the facial with Lee, and she had an awesome time, and she was able to gift a free facial to some of her friends, and you were one of them. So congratulations. When would you like to schedule yours? That's it. And send that picture of Lee with the before and after, so she knows that you're not a stranger, right? Because the person that's receiving this text message doesn't know who you are.
Yes, it's so different people.
Right? Didn't that work for you, Lee? Didn't that work for us? We've done a great job with that.
Mm-hmm.
So just message a picture of before and after, right, Lee? You had a
Those are
party.
awesome ideas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So really, that's what we want to do. We want to find a way to get in front of the people that know your people, or the people your people know, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because they are going to be hot calls. They're not going to be cold calls. When you call them, they already are expecting your phone call, or they are receptive to your communication. Okay, now I'm not going to say that everybody that I send a text message with Lee's face before and after, they're going to say yes to me, but they're receptive. Okay, and for my personality, I like people to want to do business with me much more than the people that say, "No, lady, who are you? Please, and I'm blocking you off my phone. Who the heck is this?" Okay. So that's the type of business that I like to do. I like to work with referrals. I do fairs. I do warm chatter. I do pass out my business cards on the street. I do facial boxes. I do all these things, but I enjoy doing referrals because they come warm for me. Okay, they come warm. They want what I have to offer, and that's the type of business that I love doing. The other thing that I also love doing is a contest. So how many times I've texted everybody on my phone and say, I'm doing a drawing for blah, blah, blah. Send this to, as many people as you send me, your name is going to go into the drawing. So I'm going to do a drawing for an eye makeup remover and a mascara by the end of the month. How can you enter? Send me a referral. Another way that is not on this list over here, every time I go deliver a product, I put 2 of my business cards in the bag, and when I go deliver a product, I pack everything in a cute bag, but then when I get there, we empty the bag together. So I say, okay, this lipstick, you're gonna use it this way, it's gonna last you this much, so I'm gonna put a reminder for me to call you this way. This over here is gonna last you this much, so I'm gonna put a reminder. So I tell her how to use it, and then I get to the bottom of the bag, and there's 2 business cards with her name written on the back of that, and I say, this is called, we usually do the beauty of friendship, and I wanna gift you these 2 cards. If anybody calls me to schedule a facial with me and they mention your name on the back and they bring this card, you get $10 off and she gets $10 off her next purchase. Okay? So then you're encouraging your clients to pass on your business card to 2 different people and say, this card is worth $10 for her and $10 for you. So your client gets $20 because if she uses the cards, she gets $20 in free product, but each friend of hers gets $10 each off of their purchase. For me, it's well worth it, the $10, because it's only $5 out of my pocket. So I'm paying for her name, and it's well worth it for me to come with a warm lead. It's a warm lead. If she likes me, she's going to refer it to somebody she likes. Okay? Anybody has any questions or anything that they want to add to all these ideas?
I think they're fabulous. There's some of them I had never heard of. So to me, I'm excited. I'm like, okay, there is so much more I can do out there. That's awesome. Thank you.
Good, Jessica. Thank you for letting us know. Is there anything that you got that we on the list over here that we did not touch that you're kind of puzzled? You've never heard of that before?
Anna, have you done, tell me what you've done at like a daycare and the gyms.
Okay, so daycare, I did the same thing as I told you of the office of the week. I do at daycares. And they love satin hands. The satin hands is it. Now, daycares, they cannot get the staff all at one time. You're probably going to get maybe 2 staff members at a time because there's children there. So you want to ask the manager to see where their break room is, and you are going to station yourself over there for a long period of time. It's like at hospitals, they're never stopped. There's always a problem at daycare centers. So they're not going to be coming to you as leisurely as other offices, but they do need you, and they deserve a facial just the same. They deserve a pampering, okay?
So you just talk to like the head teacher and say, hey, I want to pamper your teachers. Is there time I can come in? Okay, so you focus on the teachers. Okay.
Right, I do focus on the teachers. Oh, and then the other thing I do is they usually have a Mother's Night Out program. Most daycare centers have a Mother's Night Out program. Okay, and parents have to pay an extra fee for that. So maybe it's like $10 and they can drop off their kids for 3 hours in some kind of evening that they put out. And what you want to do is you want to get in that because the parents are paying for that. So what you want to do is you want to say, hey, when is your next Mother's Night out? Because then you can say, how much are they paying? And usually kids that make a little card for the mom, whatever. If they're paying $10, you can even have your satin hand set or satin hands cream at wholesale at that day and say, you know, for each $10 that the kids pay, they can get a hand cream and a piece of chocolate to when the moms come pick them up, they'll have that gift for the mom. Okay, that's one way to move product there.
Okay, thank you.
And then, of course, have facial coupons given away to the kids, put in the little kids' backpacks to bring it home for their moms. Okay, you do want to get the moms too because the moms have money too. Okay, and then you said another one. You said daycare centers, and you said gym.
The gym.
Yeah, the gym. When I started my business, I paired up with another consultant, and I went to my gym. It was 24-hour fitness, and we asked the gym manager to do client appreciation. And then we put a 10-foot table in between the two lockers, the guy's locker and the girl's locker. We made it pretty. And at that time, Mary Kay was giving away a trip to something. I forget what it was. But we said, enter to win a trip to blah, blah, blah. And we put a bowl in there. They filled out their profiles. They put in there and they said, do you have time to do the satin hands? And we would run to the bathroom to do the satin hands with them. For the guys and the girls, it doesn't matter. I mean, the sink is a sink. You could do the satin hands with anybody. And then we would say everybody that enters will win a facial, and the grand prize winner will win the trip to whatever. And then we would just take their information and enter them on the trip. So you could really the thing for New York is already done, but you can do a grand prize you can do a grand prize for a basket. The two of you can pitch in products together and put a big body care, you know, like satin lips, the body care, and the satin hands. You can make a big basket in there and do a grand prize. Or you can do 3 prizes. You know, the body care is one, the satin hands is one, the satin lips is another one, because that engages both guys and girls. You can do 3 prizes for drawings, and then everybody else gets a facial. So in the gym is super, super good because people are willing to take care of their bodies there. Okay, they're going there to spend money on themselves. So just talk to your manager and say we can do it.
Okay, thanks. That's helpful.
Anybody else has any questions about any of that stuff that we put in the list? Okay, guys. So my suggestion to you then is pick 2 or 3 of these ideas and run with them. If you are lost for which one to pick, focus on Secretary's Day. That is really a theme. And as a retailer, you want to focus on themes. So focus on that in Office of the Week for these next 2 weeks until the end of the month. And at the same time, remember that Nurses Week and Teachers Week is coming up the first week of May. So kind of commingle all these ideas together and focus on that and master those bookings, master those name getting skills. And if it works for you, be like Fernanda. You don't need any more of those. But if you feel like, okay, I need to grow more of these avenues of names, then grow more. But stay with 1 or 2 and focus on those. And then as you get good at them, you can get more. Okay? Go, Lee.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
Okay. All
Good
right.
idea.
All right, guys. Everybody good?
Yeah.
I am going to ask you to go ahead and share with us the ideas and the successes that you are having on the page. Okay? So on the Boss Babe page, pick the one that you have decided to use and share your successes or what's going on. What is happening that, getting you success. I'm going to read you real quick this poem that I failed to do in Portuguese. I'm going to do it right now for you guys because I think it's so valid that we remember that when we go out to get names, sometimes it's more for her than for us. You know, we're there to get a name, but sometimes she needs it more than we need it. So I found it here online. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, no, okay. Ready?
Yeah.
It had been a long day and I was finishing a task. And as I had hurried past her, a little voice said, ask. Oh no, not today, I told myself. I'm tired and it shows. Besides, I might look foolish and she'd likely just say no. While drifting off to sleep that night, I saw her face again. I wondered what her life was like, her needs, her dreams, her pain. What if she'd been wishing for a friendly word and a smile, a chance to know somebody who would go the extra mile? What if she'd been wanting for a break, an open door? Was this the opportunity that she'd been praying for? I saw the cars that she might not drive, the rings that she may not wear, because I would not risk myself to stop, to ask, to care. So what if I was to offer her, it was not her cup of tea? That is a choice for her to make. How selfish can I be? Oh, let me live the true go give and let my mission be not to think, do I need her, but maybe she needs me.
Good
Okay,
poem.
please. Love you guys.
Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Good night, everybody. Anna, are you able to share that on our Facebook?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll copy it right
It's
now.
just gorgeous. That's
Wasn't it?
amazing. Thank you. It was very powerful. Yes. Yeah,
Absolutely.
something
Yeah,
everyone
I
should
have a
take a
hard
look at.
time. I have a hard time not crying every time I read that because it's the truth, right? Isn't that the truth?
It is, and it makes you reflect a lot. Like it's more profound than what it sounds like. I take it like that way, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. Anytime. All right. I'll share it right now. Okay.
Thank you.
Good night, girls.
Good night.